Hello, Pete here. Welcome to the blog. Spring is in the air, so we're talking about flowers and we're talking about this lovely rustic bouquet big die. You can see all the elements here. Now, one of the things that I love about die cutting is it allows you to make really unique, bespoke products, which means so much more than something that you've bought from a shop, for example. To give an example, my colleague Simon made a beautiful Valentine's card for his girlfriend the other night, but she's not his girlfriend anymore. She's his fiancée. Can you believe that? Now I think, and this is just me, I think it was the card that tipped the balance. So some point in the future, hopefully, there's going to be a wedding, and today we're going to be making gorgeous handmade buttonholes. Check it out. I'm going to start by cutting the leaves and one of the flower heads. So I'll place my ivory card there and both of my leaves. Put this one face down and the other one just on top, like so. Remember, we can cut through both layers because we are using a big die, which has a deep steel blade and allows you to cut anything from thin handmade paper right up to things like mount board, thick felt, leather, balsa wood, anything pretty much that you can cut with scissors. So we'll sandwich those two together and pass it through the machine. There we have it, my leaves and my flower. Now we want to get some dimension into these flowers and leaves, and one of the ways I like to do that is one of several ways actually, but I'm going to use my tweezers, and for this I'm going to take my flower, place the tweezer there, so I'm kind of like not in the center, just off center, and I'm going to hold in the flower. I'm going to twist this through 180 degrees, and then I'll grab it the other side and twist again, and that gives almost like a naturalistic crease in that flower there. I'm going to repeat that across the 5 petals. You don't have to be too particular about where you put it. In fact, you know, keep it random. Why not do 3 on the larger petals or just 1 on the smaller ones? There we are. It's just a nice, quick and easy way of getting detail into flower. So we'll push that up together like that, cup it slightly. Now, with the leaves, same again, but this time in the center, grip and twist. And again, and these tweezers are absolutely ideal for this. So I'm just going to do the bottom 3. And this bit of detail, dimension, will really pay dividends, hopefully, with the final piece. Now my second leaf, I want this in reverse, so I'm turning that one over and twisting from the rear. Thus, this time I'm only going to do the top 3 leaves because I want a slightly shorter one, so I'm going to tear that away. Like so. Now, you probably noticed I've got a collection here of artificial flower stamen. You can get these from all sorts of sources. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to put these through the center of the flower. To enable me to do that, I'm taking my tweezers, and they do come to a sharp point, and I'm just placing them in the center of the flower, like so, and pushing down. There, so we make a hole roughly in the center. I say roughly in the center because I missed the center. I'm not going to lie to you, but it'll be just fine once it's done. So we'll take our artificial flower stamen, get them roughly kind of sort of level. They're all different lengths. Now I'm going to fold that in the middle like so, thread it through the hole that we've made in our flower. Now at the moment that makes I love that effect, I really do. I'm going to use my hot glue gun there just to put a little glue around the base, and then once that's dried off I'm actually going to snip away the excess there. here's my scissors. Now, while that's drying, I'm going to take some other elements. These are things that you can buy online. You can get them at many craft shops, florists, things like that. Anything where you want to make this kind of things. Milliners, yeah, for millinery. These feathers, absolutely fabulous. Now, let's take my glue gun. You need to be careful here, obviously. We don't want to burn our fingers. But I'm just going to run a little bit of glue down the center there and hold those two together. We just want them to... And now it's cooled a little. I can actually use my fingers, but be very careful, obviously, when you're doing that. And then this is wired. These pearls are actually wired, so you can bend them away from the feather if that's the effect that you want. Next, I'm going to take... Now these are like wired berries. You can get them in various different colors. I'm going to use the gold ones. But rather than have them level like that, I'm going to take them slightly apart. I'm going to twist them in the center and then back like so. So you can see there are 4 different levels now rather than all bunched together. Now by twisting the wire, that means I've got my lovely berries ready to go. We can adjust these as we go along as well. And before I do that, I'm going to take some ribbon, apply a little hot glue there. Doesn't matter what this looks like because it's going to be covered by the flower anyway. And I'm going to wind my ribbon. Well, I'm actually not winding my ribbon, I'm turning the feather in my hand like that, right down to the base and then back up again. So this is a kind of a variegated satin ribbon, I suppose you'd call it. And then finally, blob of hot glue again. And that's ready to go. Just snip away the excess like that, fold it round. So, remember my lovely gold baubles? I think I'm going to put those on after my leaves. So this is the first leaf. Again, time for the hot glue gun. I use the hot glue gun because obviously this is an item which is going to be worn. So during the course of the day you want to make sure that it stays worn. You don't want bits dropping off that. So you can really plaster on the hot glue because obviously something's going to go on top of this and it's not going to be seen. So don't worry if it looks a bit unsightly at the moment with all that hot glue going on there. Now, one of my favourite sets is the springtime set. It's a set of thinlet stars, and amongst them is this gorgeous little foliage die, and I've cut one from kind of a rose gold and also this lovely green colour, which is going to look gorgeous alongside the dark blue. Oh, that's my hope at least. So I'll take my pad here so that I can mould these. Now I'm going to use a ball end tool and I'm just going to very gently, you don't need to go too heavy with it, I just want to add just a touch of dimension to these to take them off the flat, not too much. So we'll put those to one side. Oh, in fact, I'll attach the green while I'm here. Green is just going to be popping up there like that. And next, how about adding our golden berries? Liberal smashing of hot glue there. Again, be careful with your fingers here. And that's it, it's just starting to come together. So, remember our flower which we created at the beginning. I'm going to trim away most of this cotton. So we'll put that to one side. And here are another couple of flowers, obviously the larger flower head and the smaller one again. I want to layer these up. So I'll take my small one. Again, the hot glue gun, push these petals up again to keep that dimension going on, and finally a really good blob overglue in the center. I'll place that there like so. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous flower. I mean, it's even nice flat, but I mean, when you see it three-dimensional like this, it really pops out. Then we'll take our rose gold foliage, pop that in between the two cream flowers, like so. So we'll just have that popping out there. Little extra detail. So as I said, this is looking a bit of a mess at present, but I'm not too worried because it's all about to disappear. Again, a good dose of hot glue, pop that in place, and there it is, all ready to go. Now, obviously, this is these sort of, it's a kind of a, I don't know, the colour of the flower suggests spring, but those blues and greens, this could be a winter buttonhole. Now, if you want to go with a recent favourite of mine in terms of combinations, we've got the pink, the coral and the mint, of course, but get a bit of bling in there, plenty of gold going on as well. And I've used different die cut elements from some of our framelit sets, thinlit sets, as well as the Asian flower, which is a very popular flower from last year. And finally, I've used the rustic bouquet to create a lovely, very, very autumnal looking buttonhole, this one. I've used distress inks on the edges to get that kind of rust. There's some metallic card here, some very pale green card, of course some berries there, all these different elements going on. You can mix and match, you can do whatever you want. You will always get stunning results with Sizzix. There we have it. Pretty dapper, I think. So, if you're on the website, that's sizzix.co.uk, why not pop along to our Easter/Spring inspiration page, where you can get free bunny ears and some free egg hunt downloads. So there you go. And for any more inspiration, pop along to the website. You can see us on Instagram, Facebook, all the usual social media platforms. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye.